Good afternoon, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, comment. Meghan and Harry have apparently refused lodging together at Anmer Hall. Okay, this is Sandringham. This is the Christmas castle, you know, where everyone's spending Christmas at Sandringham. So, Meghan and Harry were offered lodging at the much more spacious Anmer Hall, which is a few miles away. It's got 10 bedrooms, and it's just going to be Kate and Will and the kids and Meghan and Harry. And so they'll have 10 bedrooms between the two couples and just much more comfortable. In past days, past Christmases, they just stuff all the royals into Sandringham, and it's just so cramped and crowded because there's so many of them that some of them are stuffed into servants' quarters. It can be really cramped. So that's kind of a bad sign that Meghan and Harry are choosing to stay in the cramped quarters away from William and Kate. And that makes me think that the conflict is still bad. So we'll explore that. The other thing I want to look at is there's a whole bunch of activities over Christmas. Okay, there's going to be a soccer match. William and Harry will play some of the estate workers and the villagers in a soccer match. There's Christmas Eve tea, okay, in the afternoon. That's very British. There's gag gift exchange where they exchange really cheap and silly gifts. There's a cheers on Christmas Eve for the Queen. There are 2 church services. Everybody sees that they'll attend. I've already seen lots of pictures from that. There's a big lunch with Christmas pudding. Then at 3 o'clock on Christmas, the Queen gives a speech, a yearly speech to the public. Then there's charades after dinner, after a buffet dinner. And there's also a royal shooting. They all go out and shoot guns on Boxing Day. God bless them. You know, that's England. They don't have guns in England. So I'm glad to see that they're shooting guns in England. I'm glad to see that's part of the tradition because at least the royals can fight off the globalists, perhaps. So okay, so they're refusing lodging. Is the relationship between Kate and Meghan getting worse or better? Is it cooling or warming over Christmas? Kate, Meghan. Let's just take a gander because those are the two in conflict. Kate, Meghan. Warming or cooling? Kate, Meghan. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Positively bipolar. Okay, so first question is, okay, this is Kate, this is Meghan. It's looking pretty bad for Meghan. Okay, this is 10s are completion. This is the end. So this is the completion before a new cycle. So it ended really badly. She's really blocking, and it's really hot and cold. And this is also overly emotional. So Meghan is giving Kate the silent treatment, or she's just overflowing with vitriol and emotion. So she's either hot and screaming at everybody, screaming at Kate, or she's just completely silent and cold. That's what I'm seeing here. Block, nothing coming out. she's really, really upset. And this is an overflow of emotions. And this adds 25, which is 6 times 4. Okay, so 25 is 7 hearts, which is Star of Bethlehem. So that's how she's playing it. Kate, on the other hand, cross, karmic relationship, ruler. This is 13 and 7, 26, finger of God. Finger of God. She's very regal. She's very regal. Her position is very strong. She's a member of the family, and finger of God. The finger of God comes down and changes everything. She may have kicked them out of the Anmer house. Wow. Let's ask. Did Kate, the finger of God, command that they not stay in the Anmer house for her and William and the children's comfort? Did Kate do this? Because she's very royal, very solid, and finger of God imposes her will. So did she kick did she kick Meghan and Harry out of the Anmer house? Okay, so did she kick him out? Okay, player is actor or actress, so Meghan is an actress. 18, 5 diamonds. Jacob's ladder. Butterfly is light and public. Hamster wheel is all the things you do every day. Money, all of the royal things. I don't see Kate kicking her out. Okay, I don't see Kate kicking her out. Was this Meghan's choice? Did Meghan not want to stay? Meghan said, no, we don't want to stay. We'll stay in servants' quarters at Sandringham. We'll just all cramp together in Sandringham. Was this Meghan's choice? 3 hearts, 2 spades. Okay, so there's a breaking card. And Jack of clubs. Okay, so we have a breaking. Was it Meghan's choice? Okay, roses, putting a nice face on it. Finger of God. Her side adds finger of God. Okay, Kate's side adds finger of God. And this is 12. 3 spades, conflict. Strength is rooting where you're going to stay. Rooting, staying in the Sandringham. Okay. The break is on Meghan's side. Okay, so sweet face and a break, and the finger of God, it was imposed that they should stay. 9 and 12. Because of the conflict, someone ordered it. Okay, the finger of God orders it. So it was not Kate who ordered it. It was either Charles or the Queen, but it was ordered that they would be split up. Okay, it was ordered that they would be split up. Okay, so there's all these activities. There's the soccer game. There's tea. There's all kinds of activities. There's shooting. There's charades. How is Meghan doing with the family? Is she fitting in? or is she feeling left out? You know, she's the new kid on the block. Is she fitting in or feeling left out? Wow, scapegoat, man, magi. Okay. Okay, so is Meghan fitting in or feeling left out? Well, scapegoat is the feeling left out card. Blocked and feeling left out. Man, this is probably Harry, and magi. 26 plus 8, 34. 32, 9 diamonds, communication. Okay, so she's feeling left out. She's not feeling included. Magi, she's manifesting. She's keeping herself out. She's like here. She's really just giving Kate the silent treatment. Here she's manifesting being left out. She's kind of doing it herself. She's doing it to herself. Interestingly, no one's doing it to her. It doesn't look like anyone's doing it to her from the cards. Has Harry had enough of the constant conflict? Okay, is he going to start taking a harder line against Meghan and say, look, suck it up, Buttercup. You know, you're part of the royal family now. We all need to get along. This is my brother. I mean, for goodness sake, this is my brother. I love my brother. This is my family. This is it. Suck it up. Okay, is Harry going to start taking a harder line? And he's just going to be tired of all these antics. 5 hearts, fence sitter, sun. Because men have a way of protecting and pacifying women. And that's what we're taught to do. And until you get to be an old man like me, you tend to do that. Harry, harder line. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Ace of Spades is conflict. Got straight razor, sun, fence sitter, 4-leaf clover. Okay, taking it as it comes, reacting to circumstances, but he's starting to, his eyes are opening. Okay, this is 10, 3 diamonds, which is Trinity, everyone working together. This conflict is just, he's starting to open his eyes. He's just opening his eyes, and he's still taking it as it comes. He is not taking a harder line. He's not clearly on her side. He's starting to take a more neutral stance toward this because, you know, I think we've all been in relationships where there's just too much conflict, and this is becoming just too much conflict. Okay, and Harry is kind of caught in the middle. And I think in the past he had a very good relationship with his family. I haven't been following them forever and ever, but I tend to think it was better before Meghan's arrival. So he's not very strongly on her side. He's starting to take a more neutral position. Aces are brand new, okay, and they, you know, and fence sitter sits on the fence and teeter-totters between 2 positions. Okay, so he's kind of starting to take a more neutral position, and I think in the near future we're going to see him start pushing Meghan to fall into line a bit more and stop creating conflict. Because in another reading, I see her manipulating him intentionally. Let's just ask one more question. Is the Queen, because they've been banished already. They're banished to Frogmore. Has the Queen decided to take a hard line on Meghan and Harry to kind of get them back in line, you know, and just stop creating so much trouble? Has the Queen, okay, because there's a finger of God here. Is it the Queen who is taking a harder line? Let's just see what we see here. Angel, 3 clubs, ace of clubs, 2 hearts. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I wanted to see who's taking the hard line. Okay, so Angel, 3 blackbirds, mustard seed, and lovers. Okay, this is 4 and 11. 15, which is 4 clubs, 4-leaf clover. No, the queen is an angel, and she's just doling out the love. And she's not taking a hard line. She is trying to be a loving, accepting presence, and she's just doing her thing. It's not the queen taking a hard line. The queen is not taking a hard line. Trying to get Meghan and Harry back into line. It's not the queen. Which is interesting because she's obviously the most powerful person there. She's the queen. And the next officially most powerful person is Charles. Could be Charles. It could be Kate herself. Okay, Kate, I don't know. Let's just go over this and see what we see. Let's review. Okay, so the first is Kate and Meghan. Okay, and I wanted to know if it's getting warmer between Kate and Meghan. No, it's just terrible. This is as bad as it could possibly get on Meghan's side. This is terrible because these are 10s. Okay, she's freezing her out. She doesn't want to talk to her. I think she's giving her the silent treatment because she's concerned that she'll explode otherwise. And 10 of hearts is like an explosion. The other explosion card is Ace of Diamonds. But she got the 10 of hearts, and that's like an emotional explosion. The cup overflows and you just can't stop yourself from saying all those things you really want to say. And so I think Meghan is just completely giving Kate and William the silent treatment because she wants them to know how upset she is. Kate is like a rock. Kate here is a rock. She's very solidly in the royal family. She's very regal. It's interesting she shows as a ruler here. But that's king energy, queen energy, princess energy. She's the future. She's a potential future queen. So she's just as solid as a rock. And it's her ad is 7 diamonds, finger of God. She may actually have kicked them out of Anmer and sent them to squeeze into Sandringham. Okay, so B. Did Kate kick them out of Anmer? No. This doesn't look like it. This is, no. If she did, she's not saying so. Okay, the player can be deceptive and light. She could be just saying sweet things, sweet nothings, but she actually did it. If she did it, she's denying it. If she kicked them out of Anmer, for her own comfort, she's denying it. They're just saying, well, this is just happenstance, and this is what needs to be done, and this is how it should be done. Okay, Meghan's. Okay, was it Meghan's choice to leave Sandringham? So it's not. If Kate did it, she's fibbing about it. Is it Meghan's choice to stay at Sandringham and not at Anmer with them? Well, yeah, kind of. Meghan is she manifested this staying outside of Anmer. Okay, scapegoat is kicked out. Okay, so she manifested this being kicked out. Or a male, since there's 2 males here, it could be that Charles... or William. It could be that William and Charles kicked Meghan and Harry out of Sandringham. It very well could be that 2 males kicked them out. Yeah. That's maybe a better interpretation of this. Somebody's manifesting this. Looks like, this very male energy. So I think it's either Charles or William or both, because there's 2 males there. Okay, is Meghan all these fun things going on, soccer and charades. Is Meghan fitting in? Okay, this is Meghan fitting in? No, not yet. No. There's sweetness here, but there's a lot of conflict. This adds three spades. She is just kind of, she doesn't feel like she's fitting in yet. She's sweet on the surface, but she doesn't really feel a part of the family yet. Is Harry starting to take a harder line with all this conflict and antics? And it can only go on so long. Okay, regardless of how nice Harry is, this can only go on so long. Or it will lead to disaster for Harry. Okay, so at some point, this conflict needs to really calm down and everybody needs to start loving and kissing each other, or it's going to be really bad for Harry because Harry and Meghan are connected. So is Harry now taking a harder line? No, not yet. He is showing that he's kind of starting, aces are beginnings. He's starting to take a much more neutral position, and he's right in the middle. He's not completely on her side anymore. He's right in the middle, and he's just teeter-tottering now, and he's starting to think more objectively and less emotionally. So he's not started taking a harder line, but he might. He's right at that point. Okay, is the Queen taking the hard line against her? No, it's not the Queen. She's just all love and roses and, ice cream. So it's the males. Okay, I'm going to conclude from this it's Charles or William. It's Charles and William that are taking the harder line against Meghan and Harry and trying to get them in line. Because it's all public relations with these people. Okay, they are public figures, and they go around, handing out money and ice cream and goodwill. They're goodwill ambassadors for England. That's kind of what they are now. And it just doesn't play well to have all this conflict. So that's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.